Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints.
Washington now brings this out. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5 now. Dalton. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Dalton. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd and 5. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
That's one of those, Charles, when it works, it looks amazing, and when it doesn't, it means trouble.
Yeah, you're right about that one, partner, because that allows us to say, what are you thinking when it doesn't work? Although I know in his mind when he made the call, he was thinking about the amazing part. But in this case, I think the defense, they caught on to this fairly quickly, and they were able to force the incomplete pass.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Mariota. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, We're often taught 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mariota. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Passing, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mariota.
Zaccheaus here hauling it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the gun, Mariota.
Complete to Zaccheaus. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
Room here to run.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And out of bounds right around the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Mariota. Wide open receiver, complete.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
To throw, Mariota. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Falcons. Anthony Ferkser, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Get something together. I'm back for one, boys. It's a big one now. It's a big one. All right, go get it, man. Get it all right now. Let's ride up. Let's ride up. Yeah, go right now. It's game time.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Washington now brings this out. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. The pass caught by Olave.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Dalton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
1st down, Mariota. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. To throw is Mariota.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mariota.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Mariota.
He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him 1st downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Let's go get it to the whistle. Let's go do this thing, man.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But when you've got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll look to run with Algier.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier.
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
This is the calm before the storm, baby. You call it, we holler, baby.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. No gain, and it's second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton.
Olave holds it in.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. This will be Dalton again.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Dalton here from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Final play of the half here, Mariota.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Here's Mariota.
That's brought in downfield by London. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mariota.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Passing, it's Dalton.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here comes the Saints punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Mariota now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Kentavious Street, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Mariota. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Mariota now to throw on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Keep on going. Let's go now. Let's pay attention. Pay attention. Let's ride up. Let's ride up. Let's be perfect. Let's focus in on what we got. Let's be smart. Let's play ball. We can't stop us. This is where you step up. Right here, baby. You're going to make a play, baby.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now Dalton.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. A first down throw coming for Dalton.
This one taken in by Olave. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Dalton now to pass. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Another chance for Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Flush to his right. And it's intercepted. And now look at him go. The 40. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw here, Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And it'll be Dalton again. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here's Patterson again to about the 48-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Mariota now from the 50.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A right side run with Patterson.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.